Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Chaos Clan podcast. Today we're going to be talking about our beginnings, the Blackout beta, and the Battlefield 5 beta. I am Perry, aka Steven, and with me I have Bacon Ninja, aka Timmy.
Hello.
So, to start us off, we're going to start with the Chaos Clan beginnings and where we have came from and everything, because it's been a really long time.
Who doesn't love a good backstory?
Woo. First thing here, when was it formed? Back in the old days of whenever people used to play on PS3, Modern Warfare 3 was the new game back in what was that, 6th grade? I'm gonna say 6th grade, because it was 2011. So, think all the way back then, me and this group of friends, were like, yeah, we should make a clan we should make a clan. That's what we said in our 6th grade voices. If you could think of the most high-pitched voice in the world, that was us.
We should make a Modern Warfare 3 clan.
So, I don't know, we were throwing names around. I don't remember how Kaoz clan came up, but it did, and I like it, so it stuck. So yeah, 2011. That's 7 years. The clan or the organization has been a thing. We've been picking up people here and there. We also tried keeping it on some certain social medias, mainly Instagram, so we can recruit people on Instagram and all that nonsense. But now we're everywhere. We have Reddit and Discord and stuff, which check the description for links to those. Gotta plug and play real fast. We recruited stuff, and then Timmy, how long have you been in Chaos Clan?
I think I've been here since, I want to say after I got out of high school, so about 2 years, in December 2017.
Yeah, that was around the time I started getting into Counter-Strike. I was playing with a couple of school friends, and then Timmy hit me up on Discord a little bit ago, it was 2 years ago, and I was like, hey, I see you have a group of people to play with, and then I asked him to come join the group of people I play with, and he's been here ever since, so, yeah.
I do pretty well. I've gotten myself up in them ranks.
Ooh. What role do you have?
I am currently a director, but I am also considered the clan dad. I have a lot of wisdom.
I was about to say, you can't just say director and be gone. It's you gotta be clan dad, man. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, we had people come and we had people go. One of the three main people that we were, or the three main owners or founders, me, and two other guys. One guy's still here, Toxic, or Chaos Toxic, or Alex. You'll see him on and off. Have stuck through it and made it to here and everything. And we're still growing, obviously, because it's a smaller sort of org. Certain games we've been active in, obviously Call of Duty, because that's where we started. But we've started to dip our toes into other games I think there's some people playing Fortnite, to be honest. I don't know. And
a couple people I think are. Yeah, Counter-Strike, and right now we're all grinding through Destiny and whatnot, and it's pretty fun.
But we're mainly, the Chaos Clan as an organization is mainly a place where friends can come in and play with each other and hopefully stay and chill. But we're also looking at the esports side, trying to get teams to compete to get the name out there even more and everything. But yeah, some things to look forward to in the future and such. Maybe one day we'll reach up there where we have millions of sponsors and Team House, wink wonk, Chaos Clan Team House coming in the future, 2025. Calling
2025.
Calling it, man.
Might
give
as
me time to get out of college. Okay, so we hit all the bases on this. Content creators, we don't really have that many content creators except for some streamers here and there, and then
we got what,
yeah.
maybe 4 or 5 that do streaming.
Yeah. So I mean, that's also something we work on a little bit. We try to go into the community, say, look at people to come over and like represent Kaoz, and then we'll give you guys benefits and stuff. But all right, our next big topic, very very big one because it's going on right now, is the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout beta. Everyone has, like everyone on Earth, anyone who plays any sort of video games, unless you've been living under a rock, has heard about Call of Duty's new Battle Royale mode. And it's taken the internet by storm.
It's, I think it's kind of, I honestly I haven't played much of it. I'm not really big into Call of Duty anymore, but from what I've seen, it's kind of taken over the place of Fortnite. It's kind of phased it out. Now, Fortnite's still going to be extremely popular, but I think Blackout's probably going to take its place as the #1 Battle Royale game.
I've seen tweets on Twitter and everything about Blackout being the perfect PUBG. I played a game or two, or a little bit of it. I've seen a bunch of it. I've seen a bunch about the game and everything. And it feels pretty nice. Like, there's not that many bugs, there's not that many glitches, but it's a beta, and they've hyped it up so much that it can actually live up to the hype and kill some of these other games.
Yeah.
People were trying to speculate how is this gonna be? How is the shooting gonna be? How is this gonna be? But it's actually just blown everyone out of the water. They for the map, they've made it a typical Battle Royale map. You have the main locations and then scatter a bunch of buildings everywhere. But for the main locations, besides making completely new locations, they took all the previous Treyarch games and merged it into a big map, basically. But you will go through some of the stuff, and you get like a little nostalgic feel to like being on raid or on the basketball court where you used to shoot basketballs at the goal. I don't know if you've done that to me, but
no.
Back in the 10-man lobbies I did, we used to have basketball tournaments.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Those were fun. But what kind of locations were on the map, anyways? I know there's raid. I've seen that.
Well, if I can pull up the map here, I can start listing some off. Gotta Google this because we are not prepared. So far,
preparedness is awesome.
So far, if I can get a zoomed-in map, that'd be amazing. We have Hydro Dam, which I don't remember the name of the map. Is it just called Hydro Dam?
I think it was just Hydro.
Or Hydro. You got that as like a dam. You go through it, and then you remember some of the spots from Hydro back in Black Ops 2. You have Turbine from Black Ops 2. It looks also like a bunch of turbines and crap. It looks a lot from the map. I believe Fracking Tower is I forgot the map name. Shooting Range, that's what it's called. I believe it's that. You have Cargo Dock, which is again another Black Ops 2 map. I forget the name because I haven't looked at these maps in forever. But the big one is Nuketown Island. Everyone knows the name. It's the biggest map in Call of Duty history, Nuketown. Or the biggest map.
The #1 favorite map since like Black Ops 1, like 8 years ago.
But so far, it's a pretty decent sized map. I've heard they raised the level, or not raised the level, but they raised the player count to 84 or 100. I could be wrong. It used to be 85 people if I'm remembering this right. But
and it's not awful for a player cap on a map, especially for Treyarch to just jump into the Battle Royale scene and kind of dabble in it a little bit and whatnot.
But the pros about Blackout right now is it's new. It's a different battle royale experience. They've actually, like, I know everyone says this all the time. It's like, oh, it's new. We've heard this 2 games ago and back in like Fortnite point one. It
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like a different experience. I mean, it's different than PUBG and it's different than, you know, Fortnite right now.
So you have it. It's new. It's not. I wouldn't say it's gonna be a big thing. Yeah, you're gonna have people who mainly play it on the actual, like, whenever the game releases in like a month. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, a month and like 2 days, October 14th. I don't remember.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's
but
either the 12th or the 14th.
I think it's something fun to do. Like if you have a group of friends, if you have you, there is so far there's solos, there's duos, and then there's quads. If you have a group of people, say you just got done with a zombies game, so you have the 4 people already, you can just hop in, cool off for a little bit, go play some Blackout. If you're playing some multiplayer, get bored or get angry, you go and play some Blackout and cool off for a little bit. It seems I don't think it's gonna be like a cool standalone. Like, hey, everyone's gonna mainly play this and that's it.
I don't think it would really. I necessarily don't think it would survive as a standalone, considering, you know, again, Fortnite and PUBG are out and all that kind of stuff. You know, if it's something on the side from zombies and multiplayer. I think it'll make it a little bit better since you have a little bit more variety and options in terms of the game and whatnot.
And they are also constantly adding to it. I wouldn't be surprised if they added a bunch of characters and a bunch of weapons, like a bunch of new weapons, like
Yeah,
stuff from other CODs and everything. Currently, there's only Black Ops 4 weapons, but
yeah.
it
I mean,
always
it's
improvements.
got time to expand. I mean, the game hasn't come out entirely, and it's still in the beta right now. So I mean, I see a lot more. I see a lot more add-ons in the future, to be honest.
And cons of the game, like stuff to look out for, stuff to be wary about. It's another battle royale game basically. You
Yeah,
go in, land, they fly you in on a bunch of different helicopters, and then that you just like parachute glide your way to a site. So it's
yeah,
basically like the cookie cutter genre of battle royale games. That's
yeah.
one of
I
the
mean,
cons from
there,
it.
yeah, there really aren't many more ways than one than or well, many more ways. Not there are more than one, but there aren't that many ways to make a battle royale game. In all honesty, that's it's kind of one of the drawbacks. But I mean, it's kind of something you gotta work with and stuff like that.
And maybe in a few years, few short years, the battle royale genre might die out a little bit, but it'll still be up. Another con is the bugs, which we'll get into in a little bit. Currently in the open beta, or the private beta, I mean, um, it is a beta, but there is a lot of bugs to the game right now. So we'll see if they fix that. And another I can see the toxicity like rising on there because currently there is friendly fire to the game mode. I know with one of my past experiences playing the game, we were on raid and I was collecting some loot. My teammate came around the corner and shot me, so I retaliated with a sticky cluster grenade and stuck it right to his chest. And yeah, he did not live, and he got kind of mad. I said it was his fault. But friendly fire, I don't really like that. Um, currently, for the bug standpoint, currently right now, since it is a beta, we can't tell. Hey, are these bugs going to get fixed? I don't know. They did release the day one or the day two technically patch, which is really nice by Treyarch because they release the beta. They take all the criticism from the beta from that short little bit of hours. It released at like what 10 PD or PDD
So in
PDT.
like
So it's like
less than like 24 hours.
it's like 1 p.m. for Eastern Standard Time. But
Yeah,
yeah, less than 24 hours. They take the criticism and everything, and they roll out a bug fix patch. So these bugs are what we experienced on day one. One of them we're gonna start off with the minor bugs. It was mainly whenever like you're gliding or parachuting, your character would glitch and like stand up, and then it would instantly just slow it all the way down your parachute, so you won't be able to really move because you're standing up and you're holding a gun like you like would if you're down on the ground, but you're doing it in the air. So that's a visual bug, kind of broken, but like I said, it can be fixed in future updates, or it could already be fixed. Another bug and update, or another bug, um, was maybe some of the proximity, like the proximity voice sort of stuff that you see a bunch of games do. Proximity voice is basically if you're in a general area from another person, you could hear the person in game, but if they go out of that general area that you're in, then you won't be able to hear him talking in game. In the starting zone, you could hear people in the proximity stuff in the proximity voice, but in the actual or in the actual map, battle royale map, you couldn't, or no, you could hear everyone wherever they were basically, and I can see how that's a game-breaking bug. And then for the last bug that I've personally experienced was where we're gonna tie this over to Destiny 2, where like you would get weaseled or kicked out of the lobby. You know that, Timmy? Yeah.
Yep.
Um, Basically you'll be just playing on, getting the game on, and winning or doing whatever you do, trolling, and then all of a sudden your screen will go black, and then you go get booted back to the main screen. Just without any hesitation, no warning or anything. It's just black and then main screen.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily that's like a game breaking, like a game bug. I'd say that's more or less like a server bug. You know, everyone's trying to play the private beta and stuff like that, and it's just overpopulated and just crashing the servers. That's typical to happen with just about any game, in all honesty.
I've had it happen where you we've had quads or four people in a team, and me and another person would get booted out, but the other two people would stay in the server and play out. So yeah, that's a server bug, game bug. I believe it's already been fixed by the 12th of September, and but yeah, so that's at least they've kept up with the community and fixed all the or most of the issues so far. They've been constantly updating the game, constantly looking at feedback, talking to everybody on Twitter.
What matters to me about them as a whole is they actually listen to their community and see what they want. You know, listen, see what bugs there are, what fixes they can do, and they do a lot better than a lot of other companies that are out there, in all honesty.
So, our thoughts on the beta so far. To me, you can go ahead and just take it. Your thoughts on the Blackout beta?
I mean, in all honesty, I mean, from what I've seen, I mean, it looks fun. It's not for me. I've never been a battle royale fan, but I think it'll definitely come on top over the current 2 battle royale games that are out right now. Seeing as how, again, it's different and all that kind of stuff, but I think it'll be a lot different. It's a lot of nostalgia from the older Call of Duty Black Ops games and stuff like that, but it'll definitely bring the table a different experience.
And yeah, I like my thoughts about it. It's a fun experience. Whenever I played my 4 games, I thought it was really interesting. It gives you these quotes, these victory quotes, like how you would get these death quotes back in like say Modern Warfare era, the previous CODs and everything. So it's pretty nice. And so far, the only way to level up is by winning like actual matches. So it's interesting. I personally enjoy the game right now. It's another thing that I'm gonna go back to here and there and play and just grind with a bunch of buddies because battle royale and whatnot. But yeah, I can see a bunch of people. Coming to this game and actually like playing it. Besides Fortnite and PUBG and all the other battle royale games out there on the market. Right now, you can pick up Black Ops 4 Blackout beta or whatever it's called. If you have a code, you can download it on the PlayStation Store on September the 10th through the 17th. In a couple of days, if I can bring it up, I don't know. In a couple of days, you can download it on Xbox and PC. I believe it's September 14th through the 17th. So this Friday, we are recording this on September the 12th, 2018. But yeah, I'd say download it. I do recommend it. Just play it, chill with a bunch of buddies and such. But yeah, it's pretty fun. And then, you have anything else to add to me?
No, I think I've got all my opinions out on the game.
Our next big broad topic, not really the elephant in the room, I'd say that was Blackout, but is the Battlefield 5 open beta that has been out for a good couple of days, or 6 days now, I'd say. Or it has. Yeah. It was out now. Today it has. Yeah, it has ended yesterday. But about the game, or when it started. It started on September the 4th for early access people, so like YouTubers and I think if you have their Battlefield Pass or EA Pass, you can play it for free. Or early.
Yeah, I think it's anyone. I think early access for like YouTubers and content creators, as well as people that pre-ordered the game, and then people that have the EA Pass and the Origin Pass. I think they've got it as well.
But the beta, it lasted for about a week and a day probably for the early access people, but. So for everyone, for the open beta, you could preload it on the 4th, but whenever it actually went live, it was the September 6th through the 11th. So it's been out for a good little bit, and it just ended yesterday, which was 11th. And about the game, it's Battlefield 5 it looks like a direct sequel from Battlefield 1, which was World War 1 and everything, hence the name. But Battlefield 5, it's taking another dip into the old World War era. So it's now World War II, but their version of World War II. So you have still all the huge conflicts between like Germany and the world and such, but you also have like their way of it. So they corrupted this universe out of the World War II. But it's another it's another like old time sort of shooter sort of thing. So it's an interesting concept because I like games that go back into the World War era, but doing 2 in a row seems a little off. But let's say the pros about the game, they've reimagined how Battlefield kind of works. It's a more squad-oriented game now. Like you have the medic and then the assault, the sniper and the support, but everyone can revive everybody, but the medic does it 2 times faster. So if you're down and then your buddy wants to come over and grab you, he can come over and pick you up if he's not the medic, which is pretty interesting. And the medic can come over there and hit you with the needle and give you med kit and everything. But the movement system, they've made it so it's more like how do I say this? What is the movement system like actually? More
more fluent.
Yeah, it's not static anymore. Like, hey, you can crouch, you can barely slide, you can
it's a more fluid motion of like the original mechanics. It feels a little bit better than Battlefield 1.
Like now, if you're running forward, you can stop and then walk backwards and then dive backwards and lay on your back and shoot some people. And then you can strafe left and right more fluently and everything else, which is pretty cool. I like how they implemented that now. That's one of the biggest heavy hitters that they made, or the biggest heavy hitters that they've implemented into Battlefield 5. Um,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, because Battlefield always got like negativity for their clunky movement system and all that kind of stuff. It's always been poor since Battlefield 4, in my opinion. I think they kind of kept that same mechanic going, and it again, it was just clunky. It was super hard to work with, and that's kind of what Battlefield 5 has gotten away from. It just feels a lot better from the experience that I've had from the game.
Which, yeah, that's it's pretty nice as well. The we played the beta here and there a little bit, and it's pretty nice. It's interesting that it's now a squad oriented game. Besides, one player can go around, kill a bunch of people, and then heal himself and everything. Now they made it so the submachine gun class is the medic class, so you have extra mobility there. The assault class is the grenade class sort of thing. You have assault rifles. Support still LMG and snipers still sniper or recon still snipers. But it's it's pretty fun. The graphics also look good. You can also say the same about the Blackout beta. The graphics are pretty nice for as big as
Yeah,
the map.
I mean, EA's always done the Frostbite engine, and Frostbite has always looked good, no matter what. So they've definitely done good to keep with the Frostbite engine.
And some of the cons about the game, I don't want to hate on it too much because again it's a new sort of style, but the cons wise, it's another World War game. We saw that back in Battlefield 1, and I personally didn't like it, and a bunch of people who were reviewing the game also didn't like Battlefield 1, but again, it's another World War era game. I would personally like to see another like modern era game, kind of like Battlefield 3 and kind of like Battlefield 4, but realistic or better graphics wise. Um, Again, it's like back on the team play sort of aspect. It's a really good idea and concept. Like have the game orientated around squad based play. But if you don't have that squad, it makes it extremely hard to play the game. If you don't have that medic or that support class to give you ammo or whatnot, you can't like you can go around getting the ammo off these little caches that they have, medic pouches and ammo. But if you don't have any of those and you're just trying to go around playing the game, then it's extremely hard to get a couple kills and live. But then as well with the squad thing, Roo! As well with the squad based gameplay, you can also have a squad, and then the squad wants to go for kills and not for the actual like, hey, my teammate's down, I should go revive him. You always have those people who focus kills over objective base. But do you have any thoughts on the cons of Battlefield 5 so far for the beta wise?
No, I think you pretty much just explained all of it.
The the bugs is the next topic. The bugs we experienced some bugs here and there, you know. We've had it where the game would put us into a like the server would put us into a game and then it would instantly kick us out, put us to a black screen, and it would kind of load the main screen, but it wouldn't let us load anything. So we had to restart our game and come back in. And then I'd say another bug would be the reviving system. I'd say the little reviving icon would be too small, so we would need to make that bigger. But you go over the guy, and then you'll be standing there for like 5 minutes trying to pick him up, and then you'll finally pick him up and then get shot and die. Maybe that should be just an easy fix. Just make the border where you can actually revive the guy, make that bigger. But I don't know who else found bugs and such in the game. Those are the two main ones that I've found so far.
I think I actually watched a video yesterday. think a guy found a couple of texture bugs and stuff like that. Not necessarily towards the game, but towards the engine itself, where they just didn't work out certain things for the past couple of games, and it just doesn't look good, and it's overall just makes the game kind of just a little more not necessarily like texturally like graphically pleasing.
But that's an easy fix. All you basically
Yeah,
need to do is just go here and there and work on some of the spots on the engine.
yeah.
Um, but our thoughts on the game, it's it's really cool. It's really cool. It's a really cool concept, team-based oriented in the Battlefield 5, World War 1, 2 era. It's more like a milsim game now, besides a Battlefield game. I mean, Battlefield
Yeah,
always treaded the line between Call of Duty and a milsim game, so that's always nice. But our again, I would prefer, or I would yeah, I prefer this game. I like it. It's pretty nice so far. I would like to see how the actual like the full game release is, how the launch is, because EA has not had the best.
they have not had the best reputation so far.
They have not had the best rep, or Battlefield games has not had the best rep at launch at all. But we'll see. It releases. Um, doesn't I believe Battlefield 5 releases on November the 12th.
I think so. I'm going to Google again because we're not prepared. It comes out November 20th, 2018 is when it's supposed to release.
Okay. Well, then again, Black Ops 4 releases a month earlier, a month and a couple of days short earlier than the Battlefield franchise, which
Yeah.
Treyarch, they have a whole upper hand in the market of games. But
Yeah.
like I said, I recommend this game. Should you pick it up, I would wait a week or two, look at some reviews whenever the game releases, then make up your mind and then pick it up and stuff. I can say the same about Black Ops 4. I played the I played the public, not even open or public. I played the private beta on PlayStation 4 for the 2 weekend that it was active. And me and my little group of friends, we really, really liked the game. It was really nice and such. A few things here and there needed to be fixed, some operator stuff, some game stuff, but then again, yeah, I would also recommend the game. I would get it at launch if you're a Call of Duty fan. If not, wait a week, look at some of the reviews and such, and then make up your mind then. But those are the three main topics so far. We have the Chaos Clan talk, our beginnings, the Blackout beta, and then the Battlefield 5 beta, which I think we went over them in a general sort of okay aspect. So will we do another podcast? I hear myself screaming in the back of my head. I'd say yeah. I'd say this one went pretty good, and we'll try to get more people this time if people don't dip in the middle of the
Yeah.
getting ready to play
Like
or get
yeah,
ready
like
to
20
start.
minutes before.
But yeah, well, I don't know when our next podcast would be. Maybe a week from now. Maybe next Wednesday. I don't know. Wink, wink. Try to get more people. But if you have any other thoughts to me, then yeah, go ahead.
I think I am set.
Hope everyone has a good rest of your day. Check out everything on the Chaos Clan channel. Any videos. Mainly it's Counter-Strike right now. That's only because I am very, very lazy and have not came up with any new ideas at all. There's a couple live streams of us yelling at JJ if you want to go check those out. Links in the description below. Check out our Reddit page, which has all of the links to all of the social media. But mainly, if you want to keep in touch with everything Chaos Clan, check out our Discord. Again, link on screen, link in the description, everything. Our Discord has anything to do with Chaos Clan. If we get a new sponsor, if we get any new players, all of our social media is all on the Discord. And then you can also interact with all of us, all of the directors and members of the Chaos Clan. You can tell Timmy how gay his vape is on
Listen,
Discord.
okay, look, fucking.
The crisp, clean
What'd you say
vape. But
about my babe?
But I hope everyone has a good rest of your day, and we hope to see you very, very soon.